We're there. We're alive.
We got it.
We are alive.
See, I wonder if the delay is what's live, though.
Or are we live?
I don't know.
Yeah. Do we know what's going to happen before it even happens?
We kind of do.
We do.
Yeah, I got my profits degree back
Really?
in a Cracker Jack box.
Well, you need that.
Back in 07 when I was 3.
We're trying out something a little different.
You got to talk louder. You
In our
sound like an old
rinky-dinky
man.
setup here.
No,
Trying
this is a
something
multi-million-dollar facility with Bugatti Chiron right there.
As you're holding a roll of electrical tape.
Yeah. Listen.
So what was your day like?
It was a day I had work.
Why is it says there's only one person on here?
That's all we got right now.
That's it?
That's it.
We don't want to blow our wad before the show starts.
Well, we're starting to get the people in now.
We are.
Yeah, our view count has tripled. Nope, see, now it's going
So
up.
you wonder if that's like in the future, or is that right now? Since we're like delayed.
I don't know.
We'll never know. We're on other cameras also.
Yeah.
So
We're
you guys
everywhere.
don't know that though.
Yeah, top
It's a
secret.
secret.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, where did I wake up? Was I here or was I? Yeah.
Yes, you woke up here.
Yeah, I woke up here.
You don't even know where you are.
Yeah, time blurs together sometimes, okay? Listen, I'm a busy man.
So you didn't run at lunch?
I didn't run at lunch.
Why not?
Because I have to eat lunch.
You don't have to eat. That's stupid.
I
You
ran
said
on my.
food's not important.
Well, listen, it is important when you're trying to bulk.
Well, you can't run in bulk.
Yes, I can.
Pick one.
No, watch
Yeah.
me. I'll do both. I'll do all of it.
You will.
Yeah, I'm
I
awesome.
think you should choose.
No.
So you got a little race on Saturday.
A little race. Yes, I have an
Well, it's
event
not
on
that
Saturday.
long.
Now, 5K?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's what you said.
It's not much. 5K is not much, but a little race just sounds silly. It sounds like I'm 7.
Running around circles.
Nah, it's.
I'll just scream,
yeah.
go left, like in NASCAR.
There's some right turns in it, okay?
Is there?
Yeah, well, it's not like a track.
Oh,
track.
it's not?
No.
Oh, okay.
Running, it's at the college. You know the college in Mountain Home?
Right.
That walkway they have around the whole place?
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
around that. You go around it twice.
Cool.
And that equals about a 5K, so... Yeah, I got that then.
Only twice.
Yeah, so I've started posting these videos where it's like day 1 of trying to get a 5K in 16 minutes, and it's been pissing a lot of people off, which is hilarious, because
Yeah.
I have a
Why
lot
do
of...
people get mad if you're trying to better yourself?
Because I'm better
Because
than
you're
them.
not doing it right.
Yeah,
That's
well,
what
I'm
they
better
say.
than them. That's the thing.
These are professionals talking to you, telling you that you're wrong.
Well, I don't care what they say. They couldn't do what I do.
How do
So-
you know?
Because they're little track kids.
Well, you better win.
I'm
'Cause,
not
I
going to
mean,
win
that
tomorrow's event or
Why?
Saturday's event.
Why? See, you're going into it with that attitude? That reflects poorly on the guy.
Okay, I will give it
So you
everything.
have to win.
See, both my events, the first event I ran, I literally, when I got done, I had to go behind a tree and throw up.
Okay.
I will push
That's
that hard.
acceptable.
Yeah, I'll push
As
that
long as
hard.
you win, though.
Well,
If you just
listen.
throw up without winning, I'm just going to make fun of you. I might cry a little. I'll be disappointed. I'll hang my head in shame and walk off the set, if there is a set.
Well, that's just great. No, but then my
I won't
second event, I
accept
didn't quite
anything.
throw up, but I had to go duck behind a tree, and it sucked. But yeah,
You can win.
but yeah, I'm aiming for a 16-minute 5K, which is damn near impossible. It's a bit of a goal. It's
What are
hard,
you
I
at
know.
now?
Huh?
What are you at now?
The best time I ever had was an event in my second event, which was 22:23.
So you got to do better.
Yeah, I know I do.
Oh,
that's the
not-
whole point of
That's
this.
unacceptable.
I know. That's the whole point of this.
Maybe I'll eventually have to get out there and show you how it's done.
That'd be awesome. Run
What
a
if I
five-
just ran right past you in this event on Saturday? I'm like, hey. How surprised would you be? No training.
Depends if you actually did the whole thing. If you just ran past me, I'm sure you could for a little period.
I
If you
might do
sprinted
that.
past me,
Maybe I'll do that to encourage you.
you'd be like, running by. But yeah, I don't really have a goal other than just to beat my old best time. So to beat 22:23 or 22:26,
So
whatever.
you're
it was.
hoping that everybody there is not very good, so you can maybe win.
Listen, a 22
You
is
get like
actually pretty good.
Will you get a trophy or anything though?
Yeah.
Really?
I think top 10 does. Yeah. I'm not sure. All of them are different depending on like both the events I ran in before where they went by age and gender, and there was different age groups within each gender, and top 3 of each age within each gender got a prize. And I
Sounds
was
confusing.
I was first in my thing. I came in 7th overall, so I was kind of like,
Maybe you should run as a girl this year.
I could. I don't know.
You might win then. I wouldn't be ashamed.
I ran as a toaster.
I'm a basketball, damn it.
But everyone's telling me that I'm going to get injured, which I find hilarious because I used to run much more than a 5K a day, really.
Yeah.
I mean, for a while there, what I was doing was I'd wake up at probably about 4:30 in the morning. Then I'd go to work. Or no, I wouldn't go to work. First, I'd go to the gym.
Say, that's kind of backwards.
I'd wake up about 4:30. I'd go work out with my friend. We'd have to go to a 40-minute drive. And then I'd have to go to work. And some days we would get to work at like 6, 7, and we work till 5. So 12-hour shift sometimes, 11-hour shift. And on my lunch break, which I only have a 30-minute lunch break, I'd run a 5K, which takes me, we had a hill to
22
do.
minutes, you said.
Right. Well,
So you
with
still
that,
had 8 minutes. You could have fixed yourself a cheeseburger or something like that.
shoot. See, that's the thing is,
Plenty of time.
I am not hungry
You need to
whatsoever.
get up to where you can do 2 5Ks at lunch.
I
See?
know.
That's where you should be.
2 15-minute 5Ks.
That's what I would do, but I'm not trying to brag or anything.
Listen.
Kind of the running thing leads us into our next topic. I didn't even see the thumbnail that you made.
Well, another thing, before you get into what you're going to talk about, because you don't know how to segue,
I do. I just did.
is
Running, healthy stuff.
in 99 days, I am running a 100-miler.
1 mile a day?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty cool. No, on August 17th, I'll be running 100 miles. It starts at 7 p.m. And so...
At night?
Yeah. It's because
I
it's
go
going to be...
before that. You're going to have to make it a little earlier.
It's the heat. It's the peak of summer. So I think they did that to try to avoid the heat.
So you're going to run at night?
Yeah.
You guys have little lights and stuff?
We're going to have headlamps, yeah.
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 Like miner hats or something?
Yeah, miner hats.
That'd be cool.
But
What are you going to
so-
do with the bats swooping down and getting stuck in your
My
hair?
friend and I are talking about how we're
Those
going to...
bats are going to get wound up in your hair.
How we're even going to have to pace ourselves. And we're thinking we're probably going to be doing... To avoid the heat, we're thinking we're going to run a 12-minute mile pace, which is slow, but if you're doing 100 miles, I mean, that's decent. That's actually pretty fast. 12-minute mile pace for the first 13 hours, with 1 hour of that being a slow period slash rest time, because they have like concessions and aid stations and stuff.
Stop and get a bag of popcorn.
Well, not concessions. That was the wrong
You
word.
gotta dig in your pockets, trying to get stuff out to buy some stuff. Come on, I'm trying to run. That guy just passed me. Gotta
Yeah.
get back into this.
Yeah, but so we're thinking if we do that, that would put 60 miles on in the first 13 hours. So then if we want to beat it in 24, then we have 11 more hours to run 40 miles, which we can drop our pace back to like 15-minute miles. Which
Now, do you think you'll win this one?
win? I don't know. It just depends who's there, because I know some events will have like people that run it in 25 is the top person. But some will have it where there's like a 16-hour one. I'm not even trying to compete with that. I'm just trying to complete it. After I complete 1 or 2 of them, then I'll worry about actually competing and to beat people.
I'll start going when you start winning.
But I'm trying to find people to pace me. And here's your chance. You want to pace me? You want to talk all that crap over there? Pace me
I
for
can't
10
go
miles.
that slow, though.
Huh?
That'd be difficult
Yeah,
for
sure.
me.
Okay.
I get tired if I go that slow. I gotta
Okay.
keep it going. I'm like a
You know what's weird
I'm
is-
like a hummingbird out there. Gotta keep those wings flapping, keep moving. Otherwise,
Okay,
I'll-
then pace
you know,
me at 8-minute mile. That's pretty fast.
And I don't know if I could even slow down that much.
All right.
Concessions, popcorn, soda. That's what we said. Yeah. What are you doing now?
This light's
making me
wider.
Yeah, you need to tan.
Well, listen,
Maybe
I
you
am
can get a
tanning.
little tan while you're running. Well, it's at night, so you can't even get a tan.
Well, when I run during the day, I'm tanning. I'm more tan than I was just a couple weeks ago.
Are you?
Yeah. So.
You said that people were looking at you when they drove by. I think
Oh,
it was
yeah.
like the glare. Did
Yeah,
they
that's
put their
definitely what it
sunglasses
is.
on all of a sudden?
Yeah, they're like, shoot. No. But it is funny when people drive by and they look at you and they're just like, the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
Because, it's...
Especially on a hot day.
Yeah, it was 90 degrees out when I ran on my lunch break.
Right.
And so most people are like, getting to their car, turning on their AC real quick, maybe remote starting their car so that the AC kicks on and it's all cool by the time they get in there. And they're like, it's a hot one
They're
out.
running past them.
And we're just... They're like, what the shit?
Yeah.
So...
So...
Let's read some comments real quick, and then we'll get in to the
Okay.
next little section.
I have to put my spectacles on.
Your girlfriend is running in it with you? No, she's not running in this one. She does plan on running one, and
She's been practicing with you, though.
yeah, she's been running and stuff, and she's in good shape, and she takes care of herself, so she'll be running in an event. June 29th is another 5K that I'm running in, and she's going to run in it with me. So
What's up, Pops? Not much.
my sister ran a 2:37 half mile. She was 10 years old. That's impressive.
Yeah.
That's pretty damn good.
Anything exciting there?
100 miles for
the
real.
difference between a stork and a swallow. That was one of our jokes.
100 miles for real. Is it possible? It is possible. It's going to be difficult. That's for
It's a lot
sure.
easier in a car.
Yeah.
Even then, you get tired. The legs cramp up.
Yeah, exactly. You get tired in a car driving 100 miles. So
What do you do when you got to go to the bathroom?
you can stop.
You can stop.
You can stop. That's what those aid stations and stuff are for.
Really?
And yeah. There's porta potties along the way, and yeah.
That's a good thing then.
See, some ultra runners, when they're running those 100 milers, they'll run like a decent pace, and then they'll just wait at the station for like 3 hours and just sit around
Why?
because they're tired and they just want to eat and
Because
they want to
we're tired.
they want to talk and stuff, and they'll just chit chat with people.
Really?
According to what I've heard, yeah. My thing is like, I want to get there. If I need food, I'm gonna. What you do? They say that you actually need to average like 400 calories an hour while you're running.
Really?
Yeah. Otherwise, you will crash. You think you're doing good. You think you're 20 miles in. You've had a little bit to eat, and you're like, yeah, I'm feeling good. I don't need to eat. No, I don't need to eat. By the time you hit mile 22, 23, you're done for. So
What about doing it fasted?
doing it fasted,
Yeah.
that's not a good idea.
You sure? That's how I would do it.
I ran 15 miles fasted and thought I was going to die.
Charles
so.
says that he thought they wore diapers.
I mean, maybe some do.
Have you seen where the guys are racing on the 10 speeds down the hills or whatever? And that one guy, how he did it, he did like a Superman on his
Thing
bike,
and
he
just flew past everybody.
Yeah, everybody.
Dude took
I
a
wonder if
risk and
is
it
that
worked.
legal though? I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's
that was
on the
crazy.
bike. He didn't have any motorized
He
things.
just hauled ass right past
Aerodynamic.
everybody. I'm surprised more people weren't trying that, watching him go by, but I guess they were afraid of crashing or
Well,
something.
probably because they hadn't practiced it. That guy'd probably practiced that and crashed already.
worked.
Gotten his crashes out.
Yeah. I wonder if there's more people that do that now. Because that was a couple of years ago when I saw that.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it worked good for that guy, that's for sure.
Yeah, we're talking about running and trying to be healthy and everything, which our little thumbnail, I guess, was something to do
Whoa.
with that, right?
One more thing about being healthy
Okay.
is I don't have a date yet, but I'm trying to prepare for my first cage fight, kickboxing, boxing, something of that regard.
Do a telephone booth fight for your first one.
Gosh.
Jump in a car with 5 guys and beat them up.
Anyways, this winter or next spring, whenever we can get in, because the league that I would be fighting with might not have it during the winter. They might, because they only do it every like 3 or 4 months. So
Is it the Justice League?
it is the Justice League.
Those are good. They're good guys.
Yeah.
So, went to the gym yesterday.
Heck yeah, man.
Cool. Yep. We were talking about going to the gym and working out, trying to be healthy. Of course, there's a lot of people, even you used to say that you think that healthcare should be free, which, I mean, that sounds all great
Sounds great.
until you walk into a Walmart and you look around and you're like, I don't want to pay for this. Because I think that if everyone was trying to be healthy, and I'm not even including myself because I drink. I shouldn't drink, obviously. That's not good for you. I mean,
The amount you
in
do,
moderation, but I mean, so I don't know if people, if everybody would strive to eat right, and even our food, you can't even really eat right in this country because if you look at other countries, the ingredients, even in Doritos or a can of pop, is different in
Well,
other countries.
you're
They
using the
take
most
that
unhealthy
out.
stuff right there.
But even that,
But
though,
like if you look at even like our healthy foods like a lettuce or something like that, it's still sprayed with shit.
Oh yeah.
Plus,
Over
you
here, it's
know,
terrible.
here's something to scare you, is you know the stuff they put on the outsides of fruits.
Oh, like a wax stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know who's making some now?
No.
Bill Gates.
Really?
It's called the eye peel or something like that.
I peel, yeah.
And guess what? It doesn't wash off.
Right.
The stuff
Yeah,
on
I
there
did hear
now
that, yeah.
does wash off.
Mm-hmm.
But this stuff, his product, doesn't.
That's why you don't eat fruit.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if you follow the carnivore diet and you really look into that, vegetables and any plants as a whole actually try to kill you. It's a defense mechanism,
Yeah.
which is really weird. People are like, oh, we got to eat fruits and vegetables. You really don't.
I think if
'Cause they
you want to
actually-
do a straight carnivore diet, I think that's great for you. But I think that if you just want to eat healthy and you don't want to do strict carnivore, then you can do, you know, some fruits, some vegetables, lots of meat though. I'd say you want to do primarily meat.
Yeah. This
But
guy,
throwing in some fruits and vegetables is not bad.
51, 350 pounds. Now he's just over 200. So he does high protein diet, not much junk food, eggs and meat. That's right.
Heck yeah, man.
That's good. Good job. That's impressive because
That's awesome.
I used to be a lot heavier than I am actually, not to that point, but I was around 285 at one point, and now I'm around 235. But and I've done that wasn't due to any diet. That was just a little bit of dieting over time. But when I have wanted to cut down before, I've done the carnivore, I've done keto, I've done that kind of stuff. So it does work, definitely. Some people say that it's not good for your heart and everything, but statistically, they see that the people that they've done studies on that have had heart problems after the carnivore diet, well, they did that diet for a reason, is because they were obese or unhealthy to begin with. So then, of course, the study is going to be skewed that way, and they won't. No matter what they did, doing the carnivore diet was still a better result than not doing anything at all.
Right.
So they were still messed up originally, or to begin with. The carnivore diet didn't make it worse, didn't fix that part for them, but it did help them lose weight and be healthier than they were. So if any of my rambling makes sense there. But yeah, vegetables, actually, plants have something in them. Like think of nature. When something in nature eats a plant, that plant a lot of times releases hormones or enzymes to make it taste bad or to deflect that from being eaten. So it's the same way when we eat it. And they actually say that a lot of joint problems are caused by plants because that goes into your joints and it settles in there and it can cause arthritis and swelling and stuff like that. So I know I felt great when I did the carnivore diet. It is hard because we're so saturated with carbs.
Oh, yeah.
Here in this country, I mean, we have so much food. Anything you want, you can find it now. I mean, you know, in the coffee places that are just everywhere, and you go in a gas station, they're pushing all this stuff.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
It's just everywhere. So it is
businesses, they
hard
try to
do this
upsell you
stuff.
by putting candy bars right at the front,
Right.
right by the cash registers and stuff. So
Right.
yeah, that's all right there. Yeah, sometimes I wonder if it'd be a good idea just to move to a country where this stuff doesn't really exist, like Thailand or something, and just
Well,
live there for 6
Japan,
months.
extremely healthy country.
Yeah, Japan, but
Those,
Japan, I don't know, they weird me out sometimes. Nothing against Japanese
Japan.
people, but
Because of their weird cuisine and stuff
yeah,
like that.
the sushi and stuff, the live food, eating it live.
That's
they-
more China, I believe. than
No,
Japan.
that's Japan.
Really?
Yeah, that's Japan. That's not China. No, Japan eats stuff live a lot.
Yeah.
So,
But I,
don't
mean,
know.
the healthcare costs.
Japan's really cool in some ways, though.
To go
Don't get
back
me
to what
wrong.
you were saying originally, is that healthcare should be free for everybody, and I think that sounds great, but really, do you want to pay for someone that goes home and sits on the couch and drinks 10 beers a night and eats Doritos and just doesn't care about their health at all? Should a healthy person really have to pay for that?
Right. So if you're a person that you wake up every day, you eat fairly good, like yeah, you allow yourself to have some chips with your
Which
food,
everybody
or-
does that, but
every
I'm
now
talking
and
about
then, or
someone
you have
that
some
just
alcohol.
doesn't care. you
Right.
know?
Yeah. And you are taking care of yourself pretty good. Like you're in good shape. You don't really have any health problems. Like I can't remember the last time I went to a doctor. I don't know. I'm in good shape. But so you're that, like me personally, I don't want to pay for somebody that doesn't really wake up early. They just wake up whenever and they're eating whatever, and they sit on the couch binge watching some show that they've already seen 30 times because that one episode makes them cry, and then they go into Walmart, and because they have to hobble around because they're so fat, they have to get in those carts. So then they drive around.
Right in your way. Those carts are made for people with a broken leg.
Exactly.
Or a disability, which is that's what
Exactly.
they're for. Can you imagine if you had a disability, you really needed those carts, and you go in there, and then it looks like Wall-E or something with a bunch of people that don't really need to be in those
ridiculous.
carts floating around in them everywhere, in everybody's way? I mean, that's got to suck. Those are made for people that, and it used to be when the stores first got those, you'd see somebody and you're like, yeah, they should be in that cart. You know?
Right, they're missing
Now
a
it's like,
leg
come
or
on.
something. Like,
It's just
okay, respect.
some
Yeah, you-
person that doesn't care at all about their health. They roll up, but they manage to get off the cart and reach the top shelf for some Doritos. You know,
Yeah.
that's not,
Yeah, I
they don't
remember-
need that cart.
You know, I've had people like a while ago now where it's like people that deserve to be in the carts would say, "Can you help me reach that top shelf thing?"
Yeah.
They've asked me that before a long time ago. I've been asked that a couple times. But now, if somebody asked me, I'd be like, unless I could tell, you know,
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Do
And
it
that's
yourself.
making the
You're
people
fine."
that really should be in those carts kind of look bad because,
Yeah. Well, yeah.
you know what I mean? I don't know. And they get in the way.
Well, it's just like the thing of the mental health crisis type stuff too. Like everyone has something
Yeah.
nowadays.
Seems like it, yeah.
Like it's like how does that even make sense? Like everyone has ADHD. Like what is
I don't know
even
what that is.
ADHD?
Yeah.
What?
I'll tell you, I know someone that had 5 kids, and they were all just normal kids, ornery and stuff. But one of them was a little more ornery than the other ones, right? They raised them all the same, all raised the same. And one of them, the teachers advised them to put him on the ADHD medicine, right? So they did it.
Of course.
Because back then, you know, you didn't heard all the negatives about that stuff.
Yeah.
So they did it, and then guess what? Out of 5 kids, that's the kid that is in and out of prison. The other kids are fine. They have jobs, success, you know, just normal,
Well-
average lives. But that kid has been in and out of different places, and I think it's because of that. He was hyper. I mean, when I was a kid, if it would have been a little further in the future, they would have put me on that stuff because I was ornery. I was a horrible kid.
Yeah.
But, you know, thank goodness they didn't. So they didn't know about that stuff. Then it's just pushing a medicine. You got to follow the money. Somebody gets rich off all that stuff. That's what it's for.
Right. Well,
It's
it's
not
not
to
even
really
for
help
the
people.
rich. It's not even for money, really.
It really is.
No, it's not.
I
They
think
print
so.
money.
No, it's for those companies to get rich.
They print
Push
the
that
money.
stuff. No.
The,
That's
me-
what I
the,
think
ph-
it's
the
for.
pharmaceutical companies work with the government. The government prints the money. The
But-
government controls the narratives. The government controls what's pushed. So if they want to push somebody to do something, they'll just give them the money. And guess what? They print the money. So money doesn't matter.
This country spends $12,555 per person, or $12,555 per person in the U.S. on health costs per year. That's a lot of money.
I don't.
So, I mean, next in line is Switzerland at only 8,000. So there's a big difference there. And our life expectancy, even despite all that, is dropping. It used to be like 85 in the U.S. Now it's 77. Whereas in the rest of the world, it's still like 83. So, I mean, what does that tell you there?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. And the leading cause of death in this country, of course, is heart disease caused from somewhat smoking or obesity.
Is it
you
really
know.
smoking anymore, though?
Yeah,
How many
that's
people
hard
do
on
you?
your heart.
How many people do you see smoking?
Oh, I do. It's crazy. You know what's the weirdest thing when you see someone smoking in their car? Because you just don't see that. I mean,
Yeah, it's rare.
when I was
now.
a kid, though, that was common. I mean, everybody with the windows up, you might have 5 adults smoking in there. The kids laying in the back window, you know, no seat belts. But now, I mean, just to see you pull up at a light and someone's got their windows up and they're having a cigarette in their car, it's like, what are you doing? That just looks so out of place.
Yeah.
It's weird. Because I think most people, even at their houses and stuff, go out on the porch or whatever to smoke now. But,
Yeah.
yeah, seeing people smoke in their cars just blows my mind. It looks weird to me. But, it's your car. But
Yeah, I mean, it's their health. It's their
I know,
car.
like
It's like,
Airbnbs
okay.
and stuff will, they'll charge you like an extra $500 a day if they walk in and smell any kind of smoke. So,
Well, for one, it's hard to clean.
well, yeah. I mean, when you take pictures down off walls, it's yellow and it's from smoke. So,
Hmm.
no, I think smoking is really hard on you.
Yeah.
Like we occasionally, or I do. I guess you can't, but
I don't either.
I occasionally smoke a cigar, but it's so rare now. It's maybe once a month or something. I don't even remember the last time I had one. It's been a while, but I do like a cigar once in a while. But I don't think that's hurt me too bad.
Cigars
Yeah,
really
I mean,
aren't as bad for you.
No,
Because one, you don't inhale them.
and you're not doing it all day.
Two,
long.
it's natural.
Yeah,
It's more natural thing.
More
I'm sure there's
natural.
some chemicals in there,
Yeah.
yeah. But
but
cigarettes are just like,
and that's an all day thing.
Packed.
You're always looking for the next cigarette. When I smoke a cigar, it's at night on a weekend, having
Yeah.
a drink or something.
you're less likely to get a nicotine addiction.
And we're not
from a
trying to be
cigar.
dicks or anything. I don't think people should pay for my health care either. I mean, I drink, but I think that's kind of a personal responsibility thing. I do think health care is way too expensive, of course. But that's the thing. I mean, there's less people with health insurance than there used to be because now the government just kind of takes over and babies everybody, and, then who pays for that, Hence the $12,000 per year there that they spend. So I don't know. It's ridiculous, but
No, thank you.
and then something that's kind of skewed. Like I had a bunch of numbers here about the BMI and the health. That's kind of a weird subject there. BMI. I mean, if you got somebody that's just a normal person that eats normal, doesn't do any kind of exercising or whatever, I guess you could go by a BMI. But technically, someone like Schwarzenegger was morbidly obese, and the guy's, obviously he wasn't a fat guy or nothing, just because his weight, according to his height, was way off. So on their little scale, he showed up as an obese person when he wasn't. I mean, so you kind of got to look at someone's. I always hate that because even myself,
You're considered overweight, right?
oh yeah, I'm overweight. I am a little bit right now. In the last couple months, I kind of let that go a little bit, but normally I'm not. And like when we went to get health insurance, I can't remember what insurance it was. Something for me, we had to pay like a little extra because of my weight according to my height. I'm like,
Oh, my
whatever.
gosh.
I guarantee I'm healthier than the person that probably told us we had to do that.
Probably. Yeah.
So it's like,
Well, I've went into doctors' offices, and then the doctors
oh,
and the
yeah,
nurses
right.
are out of shape, and it's
Right.
like,
shouldn't you set an example?
that doesn't really make sense.
yeah.
I'll tell you how to have good health,
Yeah.
but I have no idea myself.
Right.
It's like,
Yeah, it's kind of like when you go into a Gold's Gym and they give you a trainer and he's a little tiny guy that's never lifted a weight.
well, there was a gym I went to for a while that the guy was scrawny, and I'm just
Right.
like,
That's kind of the
you
same
might
thing.
know stuff.
Healthcare people
like-
should be in shape.
Yeah, but like if you go to learn how to play the drums, you don't want to learn from someone that just researched how to play the drums. You want someone that's
Yeah.
played the drums.
Right.
So it's the same thing like that.
Yeah, I don't get seeing like really overweight nurses. I never understood that.
Overweight
It's
nurses
that's
or
not a good
doctors.
example. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like unless they have something like,
Like my doctor, I actually went to the doctor today, which I don't normally do, and I have an old injury in my knee, so I had to get a cortisone shot. But that's one thing about that doctor's office. Those guys, they all lift weights. They're all in really good shape. It's an orthopedic place, so I think they see the value of staying in shape.
yeah, oh yeah.
So that's one thing there. You don't see that at that particular place, but hopefully, he said that I'm eventually probably going to have some surgery because what I did when, of course, it was from an MMA type thing when they took me down. I twisted wrong when I fell back, and I just kind of baby it and let it go. And I probably should have had surgery right then or had something done.
Yeah.
And I didn't, and it healed wrong. So now every once in a while it gets irritated. I don't even know what I did this last time. I have no idea. Usually it's doing some kind of leg workout or
Well,
something.
you said treadmill, and you were working your legs a little bit
Yeah,
more.
I was.
Could have been
but
just the reputation of it.
It's weird that like squats I can still do even when that's like that, but I can't do like leg extensions. It's more this movement than the coming back. So squats work okay, but
Gotcha.
so hopefully that'll work for a while and get by because It's not going to be like a knee replacement. They just go in there and whatever's wrong, I think they got to relocate it and put it somewhere else or whatever. He explained it to me, but doctor stuff. So,
Yeah.
anyways, he's real cool. It's weird because when you get a cortisone shot, I remember a long time ago when I got my first one on my knee, that hurt pretty good. And they actually, like, it's on the inside of my knee. They actually give it on the outside, and it'll go under your kneecap and kind of go where it needs to go. They kind of fill up that whole area. But when they give it, they use this, it's like a spray dry ice type thing. And they spray it as they're sticking, and the needle's long. It's a big, long needle.
Yeah.
I didn't even feel it. I was sitting there talking. I'm like, oh, okay, you're done. No pain at all, no
That's
pain
cool.
afterwards. I mean, I expected a little something. I got one like 2 years ago, and I don't know. I got it from a different guy there, and he may not have sprayed it in the right spot. It did hurt then, but I didn't even know he did it today. I was like, okay. You always expect some kind of, because I saw the needle beforehand, I'm like,
You're like,
damn, that might hurt. a
All
little bit."
right.
I know that in my elbow when I got him, that did hurt pretty good because the one time he went in there and he went in like 8 different places, and actually I could hear the sound of the needle scraping the bone at one point, and that hurt pretty good. But they didn't have that spray back then, so
Yeah.
anyways, that's an exciting story or not?
Very exciting.
Very exciting. I'm hoping it works, so get me by another couple of years, and then I'll get it fixed maybe. But so what's going on over there?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Letting you do your nerd talk.
Reading the comments.
I am.
My nerd talk. That way, see if I get my knee healed up, then I'll just blow past you at your next race. Say,
Well, I have another one June 1st, which is Cars and Coffee Day. So it's going to be.
are we going to go to Cars and Coffee also?
Yeah.
Is it up in Springfield too, or
No.
no? Where's the other one? Where's the next one?
Mount Home.
Yeah,
So I'm going to
it's going
be
to be a busy day.
running it real quick. And I think my friend's going to be there. So I'm probably going to have him get my medal. Because obviously I'm going to get a medal, hopefully.
Obviously.
I will.
So
I'll get a medal. But I'll have him.
participation medal. Like
Yeah,
you
the
give everybody.
participation one. But I'll have him grab it for me so that I can head up to Cars and Coffee real quick. So
Wonder what everyone thinks of those. Remember in school, like track day, that was not so much back in my day. It was pretty much first, second, and third, and then everybody else was a loser.
yeah.
But now when kids have events, it's like they give something to everybody.
Well,
thanks for being
The
here.
first event I ran in
You could
was
just show up and just
called
fall over.
Outrun Cancer, and it was for like a cancer thing, right?
Yeah.
That's where all the money went. But they gave out, when we first got done, as soon as we finished, they handed us one medal, which was a participation one. And it was
You
just
just
like,
throw it away. I don't
well,
want that.
it was like a memorabilia thing to say like, oh, you did it. Cool.
Okay.
It wasn't like a, congrats for doing this. It wasn't
Right.
like an award. It was just like a, here you go. Here, thank you for coming. Thank you for
That's a
donating.
little different
But
because it was for a good cause.
I was
and stuff.
annoyed because I was like, I got 7th. I'm like, should I even take it? I'm like, I don't know. And I was gonna toss it until I got first. I figured out I got first in my division, so I was like, okay, I'll just keep it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but that is different because it was because of like a thank you for donating, thank you, you know. So,
That's cool.
yeah,
Fudge brownies. I don't know what we're talking about there.
I don't know.
I just happened to see that. I'm like, that does sound good. But I'm trying to, I think I'm going to go, well, I know you've heard, you're like, whatever. But I think I'm going to not drink for at least like a month.
You've already failed.
Right.
You know why?
Why?
You said think.
Think.
You think you're gonna do it. Why not just do it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this.
And see, like a lot of people
I'd be a little bit more convinced. Still not much.
have
but
been
a
like,
little bit.
I come from a long line of people that don't have addictions. They don't get addicted to things. Like my grandpa, obviously back in his time, he started smoking it actually when he was 12. And back then they thought smoking was cool. They thought, I mean, they were promoting smoking forever. They wanted everybody smoking back then. So he started when he was like 12 years old. And he smoked. He had his own business. He working on semis. He owned trucks, over-the-road trucks and stuff, doing maintenance and stuff on them. But anyways, so he could smoke whenever he wanted. There was nobody to tell him. So he literally chain smoked all day. And he picked Pall Mall cigarettes, unfiltered, which those were like super strong.
Right. Yeah.
And he smoked like 5 packs a day. And then every night when he got off work, his brother would come over, who also owned a similar business. They would sit outside of the shop there about 5 o'clock, and they would drink beers all night long. And they would each drink like a case of beer. I mean, my grandpa actually had the Ham's truck come to his shop. He had beer, cases of beer stacked on the wall there. And then the cigarette guy, because he was friends with a guy that owned a bar in town. So he would use his license to get them to come to the shop. So he would stockpile with cigarettes, and tons of alcohol. Well, anyways, when he turned 52, they found a tiny spot of cancer in the back of his throat. This is somebody that smoked from 12 to 52. Got up to
40
5
years.
Yeah. So they found that little spot. You know what he did? He never had a cigarette after that day. Never.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't believe in addiction. He didn't.
Right.
If I like life too much, so here's a problem now. All right, that was fun while it lasted. I'm done.
Yeah.
Now he would tell me, yeah, I miss those, but he's like, that is that worth that? No.
Right,
I'm not gonna.
Yeah, exactly.
So he quit right then. Never had another cigarette ever in his life again. Now the beers he cut way back, gradually after that.
Well, beer wasn't probably causing that.
No. But
That was
still,
definitely the cigarettes.
it wasn't like he was an alcoholic or anything.
Right,
He
yeah.
was at work every day at 6 a.m. He never smacked anybody around. He just liked beer, just like he liked cigarettes. So I have that mentality, and I have that in my genetics, I guess.
Right, yeah. I think that's
Yeah.
instilled in me, too. I don't believe in
I
addiction.
love alcohol.
Really.
I love drinking.
Yeah.
I love the taste of it. I like the way it makes me feel.
I think that you
but
can have
when
urges to do things.
Yeah.
I think that patterns do
But when I want to
erupt.
stop,
But if you want to stop, you just stop.
I've gone a year and a half and never had one drink before.
Yeah.
And then I'll have a drink, and I might drink steady every day for the next 3 months, and then be like, okay, that's good. And then I stop. Now it's more like a 2 or 3 time a week thing is what I've been doing lately.
I've enjoyed.
So,
I'm just going to say cigars.
yeah.
I enjoyed those before, but I was like, well, I don't really want them anymore right now.
Right.
Okay, stop. Sometimes I'm still like, you know how nice it'd be just to light up a cigar.
Yeah.
But it's like, no. Okay, I told myself I wasn't, so nope.
But I think
easy.
I'd like to just stop for like a month because I'm trying to lose some weight right
Stop
now.
talking like that. Just
Okay, I'll
do
stop for a month.
Okay, say I'm stopping for a month.
So, anyways, but I know
Now you
that
have
I
a
can
commitment.
lose-
Next time we're
On
on live,
YouTube, you'll call me out.
I will call you out and I'll make clips of it, and then
And
it has to go on your Instagram.
This was harder to do right now because we are going to be at a social event here in the
Yeah.
next week or so.
Uh-huh.
And I know
Are you gonna break it then?
No, I won't.
I've said that I will have a drink with her
Oh yeah.
since it's her birthday.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, but I can do it.
All right. So here's the deal. You got 30 days, so you have until
No problem.
6. So you can drink on the 7th of next month,
Okay.
which is a Friday.
Well, see, I got something to look forward to.
Exactly. There you go. But if you drink before then,
What? What are you
I'm
gonna
calling
do
you
about
out here, making a clip of it, coming back, grabbing this, making this agreement,
Okay.
and then it's
Imagine
gonna get
the money I'll save, too.
and then it's gonna get posted on your Instagram.
Because I don't like to drink
Okay.
cheap shit. Okay, that's fine.
All right. There it is.
Deal. And you remember our deal that we made a long time ago on social media when we hit 1 million on a
tattoo.
certain one? You have to get a tattoo.
Well, I'm getting a tattoo already. I'm planning on it.
Of
Yeah.
that, though.
Oh yeah, I'll get that. I don't care.
So there's a couple of things we can call each other out on.
Yeah, we'll get a tattoo once we hit 1 million on what platform did we
TikTok?
say?
TikTok's what we said.
What if it gets banned before we can?
Then I guess you're off the hook.
All right. Well, I don't care either way.
But
I just got to figure out how to make it look decent. I mean, yours looks good, and yours has the guy on it.
just go to that guy.
Yeah. I mean,
Trust him. But
oh yeah, I'll go to him for sure.
as far as the drinking thing goes, I know for a fact, because when I have stomach problems since I was a kid. I don't know what it is, but like any kind of pop or anything, the next day my stomach is just wrecked. I mean, it's terrible. And yet I still do that. I'll still have like a rum and Coke or something. I'm thinking, oh man, this is great. And then I know the next day, well, today's going to be a little bit of a setback, but it was worth it, I guess. So I do enjoy drinking, definitely, but I will stop and see what happens because I want to lose like 20 pounds or so. So
20 pounds. What are you at
at
now?
least, like, I'm at about 240 right now.
Back up to 240.
Yeah. Yeah.
You let yourself go.
I did. I know it. What's up
Wow.
with that? But I can get that back quick.
Can you?
I'm anxious to try. This is kind of crazy, but when I start getting cut, of course I wouldn't do this right away, but and I need to split wood and stuff again. That was good. I think that.
Oh yeah, it's
that's
amazing
really-
for your abs and
Right.
cardio.
Right. So I'm gonna
Oh,
get back
yeah.
into that here quickly. And getting on the treadmill, of course, if my knee is good enough, because that was bothering. I tried to get on there. I was on there like 20 minutes the other day, and that was about all I could do. I just feel it was getting worse. And luckily I stopped because that night it was super stiff. But I
What?
think
Your
my knee.
Yeah. Okay.
With a couple days of this after that shot, I think I'll be good. So I'll be back on the treadmill. But something I've never done, and I will get abs again and stuff because I just do that. But anyways, I got this stuff called Abs of Steel. And what it is, of course, it doesn't make you have abs. People think that.
Oh, drain the
All
water
it,
weight
well,
there.
yeah, all it does is get rid of water rate around your abs, so they're more pronounced, and it's just a temporary thing. Everybody thinks, and they make like buns of steel too. It was a big thing back in the '80s,
Yeah.
I think. But I'm anxious because I've never tried that. I do wear like the sweat belts around there and stuff, and that definitely. But I thought if you wear the sweat stuff and then you have that under there, you could really probably get rid of all that water weight quickly,
Yeah.
And that's drinking, I think, does also put a lot of water weight on you and stuff. I think some extent it dehydrates you, but I think it also can
What?
retain
Oh
water.
my gosh, what are you talking about?
Alcohol,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
I know that it does dehydrate you. Actually, Ronnie Coleman, we talked about that before.
Yeah.
Before an event, he was kind of
Before the
yeah, he looked kind of
Olympia.
flat, and he was retaining a lot of water, and he was real nervous about it. He went to another bodybuilder that night, and they were hanging out, and I can't remember who he was, but he told him, "Hey, man, just chill out, have a couple shots of vodka, it will be good." He said that before Mr. Olympia that time, they had both drank like 15 shots of vodka, and then the next day he woke up and he went and seen Ronnie Coleman. He's like, "My God, you're gonna win today." He's like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Go look." He looked in the mirror. He's like, just ripped, just shredded.
Yeah.
I mean, because that vodka just totally
Drained him.
dehydrated him.
Yeah.
So he ended up going on and winning, and they said that he would have never won if he wouldn't have had that vodka. So that's kind of
Yeah.
strange.
That's crazy.
But he tells that story too. He's a pretty cool guy. But
Yeah.
anyways,
Read a few comments and hop off.
this guy just subscribed. Your hilarious question is that you really like doing jokes with if she's a great sport. Yep, she's a great sport. A lot of people think she's like CGI. I think she doesn't
Yeah,
exist.
we use an AI voice for
but
her.
she just didn't want to be a part of the being on film and all that stuff. So
Being on film. We don't do film anymore.
We got an 8mm crank.
Yeah,
on.
we're like,
Try acids. Yeah, the acid. Actually, I use these here. I can't see these. This is what I like. The Deadwood is what I use. So smoke.
oh, we're sponsored now, Deadwood.
Deadwood sponsored us. Those are good though. They're similar. I think they're actually made by the same person. I've heard they're not, but I'm pretty sure they are. So, anyways, anything else?
I don't think so.
No? Yeah, knee pain does suck. But mine wasn't really that bad. It's just bad enough. Like, I can walk around and it's not affecting my day-to-day stuff, but I was just trying to start doing legs because my legs, if any of you noticed, I'm sure you have, are really scrawny. So I've been I need to work my legs, and I had just started, and then that started flaring up. I'm like, damn it. But, so anyways, thanks everybody for watching, and I think we're going to get off here, so. It's hot under these lights.
They just saw it on
Sucks.
these lights. Yeah, our job's very hard.
I know it. Damn it.
We have to be on camera.
How do we do
We
it?
have to have lights.
All right. Good night.
Have a good night, folks.
Thanks for
See you
watching.
next week.